Welcome to Spotlight to Panama. Today, I am excited to welcome back our dear friend Roberto Eisenmann, the visionary founder of Terra Viva, a groundbreaking project in Panama that is taking shape with passion and purpose. Welcome, my friend.
Thank you, Ana Patricia.
Roberto, for those who may not be familiar with the project yet, could you tell us a bit about this new way of living you are creating?
With pleasure. Okay, Terra Viva is something completely unique and different. We decided to make a sort of a community-based project, not only based on homes, but on the areas, the flora, fauna, and a different type of living, you know, where everybody knows everybody. Back in the day where you knew your neighbors. And so we're looking to grow this project organically and centering in people that are in love with nature and flora, fauna, and people, and would like to live in a community with certain set of rules that enhances basically the way of living that people expect.
What kinds of plants and wildlife visitors can we expect to encounter at Terra Viva?
Well, plants, all of them, because we've taken upon ourselves to basically make a botanical garden with 100% of the, not only the fruit species, but also the native species. And I can tell you that it's a never-ending quest, because just when we arrived at 100%, then there's people coming to us or Instagram with different type of species, and then I become obsessed in getting those species. So we're always growing the botanical garden with different type of varieties and species that we like to have there, and also the native trees. Also, we're trying to make a collection, for example, of ferns. You would think that a fern is a fern. No, there's all kinds of different type of ferns. So we have now we have a paseo de helechos, you know, we're trying to collect them. The same thing with the orchids. We're little by little growing our orchids collection. And so on and so forth. So,
as you can see, I love the green.
Yes.
So I really identify with your project.
Thank you. And then, of course, we have the chickens and the guinea chickens, and you know, the peacocks and the burritos, the donkeys, miniature donkeys, and it is absolutely beautiful what's happening. It's blossoming, you know.
Yes, Terra Viva is blooming right now.
Yes, yes.
What benefits or amenities come with Terra Viva being located within Coronado?
Okay, so we're right in the middle of Coronado, surrounded by the golf course. It's a fascio golf course. So we're sort of a gated community within a gated community within a gated community. There are 4 gates, security gates, to be able to go into Terra Viva.
Very safe.
Yes. So amenities, we have not only what we have in Terra Viva, which is nature driven, but also we have the golf course, and then if you get out of the golf course, you have the beach. You have the commercial area with restaurants and supermarkets and what have you. Coronado was founded by my grandfather, and back in the day there was absolutely nothing. So it's not something I'm boasting about. It's just the way it happened. Coronado became the nucleus of the whole Pacific shore.
Exactly. Tell us about the medical services available in Coronado.
Ana Patricia, thank you very much. That's a very important key question, because when you're going to buy a home and invest in a home, you don't just buy a home because it's pretty or the urbanization is pretty. you're buying a home to live peacefully.
Of course.
And after a certain age, and I don't want to say how much, we become very worried
Yeah.
and concerned about what happens if. So I like to say that, thank God, we have in Coronado San Fernando Clinic,
Okay.
which is a 24/7, very soon, emergency clinic, which is right now, as we speak, developing an assisted living facility right next to the clinic.
Okay.
So this is taking it to another step for many people that want to go to Coronado and have this sort of medical hub, if you wish. You can also, if you need to be evacuated for something, an emergency, for example, we are like 13, 17 minutes away from Panama City by helicopter. But now you have Hospital Nacional, which is opening a very big hospital in Costa Verde,
Yes.
which is half an hour drive from Coronado. So when we talk about emergencies, medical emergencies, aside from the fact that Panama in and of itself have like 4 or 5 big hospitals with links to the US, you know,
Yes.
etc. I like to say that Coronado stands in a very safe position in that sense.
Yes, when you mention San Fernando, this expansion, it's new?
It's right. It's as we speak.
Oh, okay.
They're just about to break ground
Okay.
with this project.
The concept of community is such a fundamental part of Terra Viva. Could you tell us more about this?
Yes, I would like to say that we've fallen into living in condominiums and different urbanizations where really people do not know each other.
Yeah.
Okay? We live in apartment buildings where you don't see your neighbors practically. So my idea behind making Terra Viva a close community is to be able to go back to those days where neighbors were friends and they respected each other, supported each other, no matter where you came from.
Of course.
Really.
Exactly.
And that's what we're trying really to do with Terra Viva.
Roberto, given your background and the fact you could have chosen a carefree retirement, what motivated you to dedicate yourself to Terra Viva?
Well, I actually, I am retired for a long time. and basically, I retired, 20-some years ago when my son was born, my special son. And what happens really had to do a lot with COVID. If you allow me to,
of course,
to tell you this. And when we got to COVID, we had just moved into a very plush apartment in Santa Maria.
Okay.
And what happened is that I felt very uncomfortable in this very plush place.
Why?
Because I started feeling that what we needed was not large, very sophisticated places to be happy.
Yes.
And we didn't need any money to be happy. I started getting into Santa Maria's reforestation committee, and I realized that what we needed really was basically go into nature and be involved in the environment to be happier.
Yeah.
And that's when Terra Viva all of a sudden started happening.
Okay.
So I have dedicated my life, the last 5 years almost, completely to Terra Viva. And it's very funny because what we're doing in Terra Viva is caring for the rights of flora and fauna and also people.
Okay.
I feel that retirement is basically your formal job that you don't have anymore. You don't have to
It's
pay
a new
anything.
way of living.
It's
Yeah.
a new way of living where you really sit back and enjoy life to the utmost.
Yes.
And that's what I'm doing in Terra Viva.
Yeah.
I sometimes have to pinch myself and say there are homes to be bought by people because I'm all involved in the flora and fauna that we're creating in Terra Viva.
Yes, you are living your dream.
I'm living my dream completely, and onto that come the people that are trusting me with their homes. They're not units, by the way, we've talked about that.
Exactly.
They're homes, and it's become sort of a journey to make their home. So in each and every single home that have been bought, I am living that dream too.
Of course. Could you share a bit about your story and what sparked this deep love for nature?
An accident. An accident, actually. A very good friend of mine used to manage Santa Maria, where we live.
Okay.
And I was in the reforestation committee, very much involved in that, to the point that I called him and I said, Fernando, I would love to give a gift to Santa Maria, and I'm going to give 3 plants. One of them was a mango, a Fairchild mango, and a Marañón Curazao and a Mamón. And he said, what are you talking about? And I said, well, you don't know what a Fairchild mango is? And he says, of course I do. And I said, then? And he told me, well, the thing is that, you know, in Santa Maria, fruit trees are prohibited. And I said, what do you mean? And he said, well, the thing is that golfers don't like it because when the fruits fall into the ground, they get all rotten and then the flies come. And I jokingly said to him, and you were born in Switzerland, right? And he's very much Panamanian. But at that time, you see, I didn't have any possibility of talking to anybody in Santa Maria as I do in Coronado with my family. So I was very frustrated, and to myself, I said, you know, someday I'm going to buy a big farmland, okay? And I'm going to plant all the fruit trees available in Panama. And all of a sudden, that's where
it became a project for you.
Terra Viva was born. And it became not just a project, it became a vision, it became a passion, a challenge, okay, in and of itself. And then I started making a list of all the fruit species in Panama. This was the first phase in Terra Viva. I didn't wait for anything to be bought, okay? I started planting right away. And right now we have the Central Park fully planted.
With how many species approximately?
Right now we have like 59 or 60 species and about almost 90 varieties.
Wow.
In other words, way over the 100% of what I could find in Google and in books and everywhere else. And what I want to take this to is to be able to have sort of a reference point and a showcase to have scientists, students, teachers go to this botanical garden and find exactly everything that we have, as long as fruits and native trees,
I
etc.
love it. What types of homes can potential residents find at Terra Viva?
Very interesting, because we decided very short after starting that we didn't want any buildings to be had in Terra Viva. They were all single homes, 1 floor max, okay? And we have standard homes which have a garden, a yard, and we also have the tiny homes that came after. And by the way, they're not really tiny. Canadians always tell me, you know, don't say tiny because that's like a little, what do you call this?
Cajita.
Mobile homes. And I said, well, you know, I like tiny. It's quaint, it's cute, And so when I go in explaining to prospect investors, what the layout is and the size of it, they said that this is not a tiny home. And I said, well, it is enlarged. You know?
Yeah.
And those are the two type of homes that we have. I want to emphasize the fact that for us, the layout in the homes is not just a menu where you can pick and choose this and that and that's it.
Yes.
We take it upon ourselves to sit with every family and see, okay, what in the layout would you like to change perhaps to adapt to your
personalized
style of living or needs.
Yes.
Okay. And then we go through this process with our architect until we make sure that that layout is what they're wanting to. So it's like a Lego, you know? And we're able to do that. And many people have told me, developers have told me, you're crazy, you know, it's a lot of work. And I said, well, not to me, you know, we're making the dreams of investors possible. So it's not my home, it's their home.
Of course.
And that's
it's
what we do.
It's important, yeah. I know you value meeting people personally. Could you explain our audience why and what is the best way to get in touch with you?
Yes, thank you very much. I do, because I don't judge people by money or by anything at all. And I find it very interesting when you sit and hold a conversation, not a discussion, a conversation with somebody, and you're able to then know that person a little bit more. Japanese people do that all the time because they want to establish trust between the people. And this means that I don't go into the size or the money or the this or that. No, I'm basically talking or conversing with people about their lives, their lifestyles, their mindset, you know, and it's very interesting. And people tell me that I'm crazy, that we're in a world where you have these units and you sell the units. And I said, well, I don't have units and I don't sell. People buy from me, you know? So it's a whole different concept. And I think we're getting there. I mean, we, at the end of this year, will have 9 homes already built and delivered. And a plot of land, which my parents bought. They're not going to build, but they wanted to save the trees in that piece of land. So we're gonna have 50% of the first phase already in place.
Oh, nice.
And it's gonna be very exciting because it's a whole community alive. You can either send me a WhatsApp message. I love WhatsApp. And we can coordinate a meeting, a cyber meeting, if you're abroad. If you're abroad. If you're in Panama, I'm not doing anything cyber with you.
You have to go to Coronado.
Coronado or in the city, I'll go where you are. So you can do that. You can email me, you know, or through your firm, your beautiful firm. We can perfectly well set up a meeting, and it doesn't hurt. We're not here to sell to anybody. We're here to have a coffee to see if we align ourselves as Terra Viva, because Terra Viva is not for everybody. So the idea of that conversation is to see if we are really aligned with the wishes and wants and needs of everybody, and then go on.
Roberto, it's always inspiring to talk with you. You are a true example of what it means to follow your dreams with heart and determination.
Thank you. Thank you, Ana Patricia. Thank you. It's a pleasure.
I really admire you. You know. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more stories that highlight the best of Panama. See you soon.